Hello, hi. So, hallelujah, hallelujah, praise Jesus. And it's 8:15 p.m. here, uh, here at my place in this time zone. And I am making this video to talk about the dream that I had last morning or the last morning. So within the last 2 days, I had this dream in the morning. And the dream goes like this. So I saw myself standing at a platform, and in front of me was a train which everyone wanted to board, and it seemed to be having people in it already. So it was a great train, and it was about to leave. There were many compartments, and apparently we had to board it to escape from something, escape from something we didn't want to face. Or perhaps, yeah, I was actually trying to escape my my father. That's why I wanted to board that great train. So what happened was I ended up boarding it in time before it left, and inside I found people standing. There was some sitting. It seemed to resemble the view of a metro train, like you see like you see the inside of a metro. It looked like a metro in from the inside. And my father was not around, or he couldn't perhaps find me, but I knew that he must be looking for me to board. And then the train had not yet begun, had not yet uh, restarted or resumed journey, when I saw a guy in front of me saying that there is only one seat. So apparently in the train there was only one seat. So he was saying that at the end there is going to be only one seat. So he was already telling us about something. He was sharing something with us which we didn't know, and which was something important and not known. So he had already been to a place and gotten to know this thing, that there was only one seat. The train began to move, and we all um, were inside. So as it progressed, so I saw that I was now at the front of the train, and it had no roof. So the train had no roof, and I saw that I was sitting at the front, right? And it seemed to be having a conical shape at the front with no roof. And then we got onto what looked like a narrow narrow road going down into a water body. So that was surprising in the dream, because how did the train change into this thing with a narrow end, where I am sitting at the front and the other people are behind me, and we are now on this narrow path, this narrow platform that is ending in a water body in front of us. So wouldn't the train ground? So apparently the train, it actually had to take a flight from there, but it kept going. It kept going forward, and it went into the water body. And what happened was that when the train went into the water body, the the back side of the train, so everyone behind me, they got drowned, and only the front, the peak, uh, the peak area where I was sitting at the front, only that stayed above the water. So I was the only one who stayed above the water, and rest of the people were inside the water body, fully drowned. And I knew that they were going to die. And that is what had happened with the other rounds of the train as well. So trains were coming with people, or perhaps it was the same train, or there were multiple rounds of different trains that came and fell into that water body. And those people that drowned, they were dying there. And so there was only one seat, there was only one person, one seat that did not get drowned in the water body. And that was the one seat that stayed afloat, that stayed above the water body because of how the train drowned in the water, in that still water body. And then, but the man had told me to, or shared with us in the train, that there is a single seat, only a single seat is there. That's when it clicked. That's when it made sense that, oh, that's what he was saying, that only one of the persons that are sitting in this train, this entire, this long train, which is full of people, only one among them was going to survive, and it was the person who was sitting at the front, the peak, and because that seat will not drown in the water body as it will fall in, as the train would fall. So they were all being lied to. That first of all, they were told that it was a train. At the end, they were told that it was supposed to take a flight from that platform. So they kept trusting. They kept sitting in that platform, in uh, that roof, without a roof, pointed moving vehicle. Like it had a pointed front and no roof, like a roller coaster, or like a swing or a roller coaster. That's how it looked like, but with multiple seats behind. And it was falling into that water body. So many people died in the same way, and only one person who was sitting at the front, this the seat that did not get drowned, and that was the person who stayed afloat, and that was the single seat that the train had, and that's the person that survived. So if you look at it, the person could survive in the dream because there were other people. There were other people behind that person sitting at the front on the other seats of the train that got drowned. And that is what was supporting the first seat that stayed above the water, leading to that single seat not being drowned, but that person surviving. So I may talk more about this dream. I have a class at 9 p.m. at an online class. So and until I come live again and make another review. Uh, uh, let's see.